I messed it up for you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Hi. Who's in the center? You are. We want to make...
Sorry. Are you asking for me?
Yes, we want to make sure we're pronouncing it right. So my mic is open. You tell us how we're saying it.
Christian Campo. Christian Campo.
You got it? Good luck today. He goes, you asking for my name? Yep. Say it a couple of times for me.
Here in North Carolina, time to rock out in the knockout phase. If you want to stay in the fight for the winner-take-all $1 million prize here at TST, the soccer tournament, as the intensity is ratcheted up even more, trying to survive and advance to keep the chance for the big prize here. You look at the bracket for the 16 teams to make it through to the elimination rounds. Hashtag United from England, Como 1907 from Italy, ready to vie for another quarterfinal slot. Hi there, Jason Knapp here again alongside Warren Barton. Glad to have you come on back to the party here in North Carolina. Two teams that played really well in group play, both with interesting stories of how they got there, trying to keep in that fight for $1 million.
Yeah, you've got the English team that have been put together, hashtag, a group of players that want to play at a high level, want to keep competing. They've got talented players throughout this roster of players. And then Como, actually, one of my ex-teammates is the coach there, Mark Birchall, has got young players. They did have the celebrities of Steve Nash, but he's had to leave, and Cesc Fabregas is involved as well. So they've got some really excellent players, and they've got a tremendous fan base that are behind the goal as well. So that'll give them that extra edge as well.
Proud club over a long time of experience in the league. Fell on hard times a few years ago, but they've been able to rise up, get the financial backing again, and are up back to the second division.
Yeah, again, speaking to the head coach there's really a club that's on the ascendancy. They've got a good, wealthy investor. They've got good young players coming through. It's a beautiful stadium right on the lake of Lake Como as well. So they're sending nicely to try and get into the Serie A. But this is going to be a really tough test for them. Hashtag have got some, as I said, good players that have played in England at certain levels. Not always the top level, but they've gone about their business and been professional soccer players.
Now, fans have watched this group go from semi-pro status, working their way up the lower ranks of English football, following along on social media. They'll follow along tonight. Hashtag United, Como 1907, ready to battle coming up. Flags unfurled here in support of Como 1907. The Italian side ready to battle the Brits from hashtag United, coming up here in this round of 16 affair at TST from Cary, North Carolina. Let's go downstairs to third member of our team, Katie Witham.
Well, Jason, I just had a chance to speak with Como's head coach, Cesc Fabregas, and he told me he's really enjoyed being a part of the tournament, but the one tricky thing is you don't have a lot of time to prepare for your opponent, so how they're handling getting ready is they just focus on themselves. He told me that what's impressed him the most about his squad is the consistency. He said, we've defended well, we've created chances, we've taken our chances. Positionally, we've been pretty sound. The guy that he told us to keep our eyes on today, their number 9, Alessandro Gabriel, Arielani. He said he's the one that he thinks is going to have a big impact and come up with his first goal of the tournament.
That legend and World Cup champion, Katie, thanks, leading a group of young, up-and-coming players to this Como program. Again, the rules here in TST, it's 7-on-7, unlimited subs on the fly, 2 20-minute halves, offsides, allowed. Throw-ins don't happen. There are kick-ins. Again, no slide tackles. Every game ends on target score time. Again, we'll talk about that once we get there at the end of regulation. Every game will end on a goal. Starting lineups brought to you by UFOS. Again, the young nucleus there for Como 1907. Hashtag United again. What a story. The tags, follow them along on social media with what they have accomplished. Guys that basically started to get to play together for fun 7-8 years ago have worked themselves into a cohesive unit and keep winning. They've been promoted 3 times in the past 4 years up to the 7th level of English football. Still a long way to go, but it's a remarkable story.
It's a fantastic story. You know, that promotion and relegation that's part of the European Soccer Foundation. We've seen now in the Premier League, Luton that's come from the lower ranks has gone forward. So the Lake Como have got some wonderful players. You know, it's what an opportunity for Cesc Fabregas to give them some knowledge, and for the young players to take on board the World Cup winner with Spain, obviously, and Mark Birchall, I said, one of my colleagues that was at Queen's Park Rangers, has played at high level, Welsh international as well. So these young Italian players are looking to impress. As you rightly said, the club is on the rise. They've got new ownership, new money, new ideas.
There was a lot of teenage talent. You mentioned NBA legend Steve Nash has a background in soccer, came and played during group play with this group. Fabregas leading them as well. But this core that's been on the field has been ultra impressive, working their way to a 2-1 record in group play, second in Group E, and able to push through. Only loss coming to Wrexham in their opening game, and then winning the next 2 pretty comfortably to push through. Hashtag, meantime, cruising along 3-0 in group play. Champions of Group F. Shot attempt there from Jermaine Francis, the 21-year-old. Time of the Chelsea Academy, QPR Academy, Reading Academy. Been a force offensively for this group during the regular season the last few months. Big reason they were able to win that latest promotion. Netminder there, Alexis Andre Jr. The guy that wows folks on social media.
That seems to be the DNA for a lot of teams, is to go into your centre forward, your striker, and then try and get the second ball, that long diagonal. You get the forwards to hold on to the ball and then have runners in behind. You've got Francis, as you said, on that left-hand side. The contact there, just the pull of the shirt was enough for the referee to blow the whistle.
Matt Woolbridge there. PK Humble bumping off his man. Now whistle here. Referee Christian Campo coming in just to make sure that everything's cool and calm here. Jersey tug question.
I think he's pushed his arm out as well, just to protect. Good refereeing. I got in the middle of it, diffused the situation straight away. Trying to plead his innocence with a pull of the shirt, but just was a little bit on boiling point. But just needs a cool head. You just see as they come across, just at the bottom, there's a little bit of holding, and he just throws him and pushes him away. But again, referee gets into the situation now, and we're back on with the game.
Touched on. Patrick Patron. Been a key offensive piece here for Como in this event. First teamer for this group. Matched up with a bunch of the youth players looking to make their mark, including Diego Ronco, the 18-year-old. He's got a touch. Intercept there from Francis. Nice diagonal ball ahead. Centering thrust there from Woolridge. recaptured there by PK Humble.
Yeah, just starting to get a hold of the ball now, hashtag, and there's Francis one-on-one. And this is what he wants. Chelsea, Reading, as you said, as a youth player. And no surprise they're doubling up on him straight away. Says Fabregas saying that he doesn't know too much about the other team, but there's no doubt as soon as he starts figuring out who the dangerous players, he makes sure his players are aware of that.
Headed on. Gabrieloni. Patron will take a shot. Deflects off a hashtag player. That's Harry Haysom, 22-year-old, up from the reserve team at the start of the year for the hashtag group, working his way into a role with the main squad.
Did you ever think you'd call a team hashtag? It just shows you the world we are.
It works.
It works, yeah. It's got some followers. It's got some interest.
Certainly does. They have built their brand to a T, and it is paying off. And the results on the field have come along with it.
This is the second time he's involved. He gets clumsy and just falls on top of him, and just a little bit of contact. Hashtag players just went over just to make sure that there wasn't no pushing and shoving. He's not happy. He's not happy because he felt there was too much contact.
Sent up deep.
But there's a bit of edge to this game straight away.
Yep.
I've seen it. The players from Como, they're really up for this game. It's going to be a physical game, one that we're going to have to keep an eye on.
And we've seen the intensity level rise throughout, especially that last game of group play for everybody, trying to force their way to the knockout rounds, and now that we're here. Patron again. Left-footed crack. Whistles past Andre on the goal mouth. And the elder statesman, maybe, of the group on the field at 25. Past member of the Italian youth national team. 6 goals already coming from group play here for Como. And up front for hashtag, Toby Romalarin had a big year for the Tags. 10 goals, 19 assists, leading the team in helpers this year.
Again, how many times have we seen a defender getting too close? Because we've seen this throughout this tournament. One lone striker, number 9, pinning up. Defender, don't give away cheap free kicks, because this is maybe what hashtag have wanted to get. A set piece, maybe because they've been together. They've got one off the training ground that they might work with, or is it just a shot? See a clever goal earlier on from a set piece as well.
Greg Halford, veteran English defender, rifles one into the wall, and now he gets pounded down. Run over there by Cass Odenthal.
Again, referee Kempe does well to get over and just let the players get on with it. You know, they have to help the referee, the players as well. Yes, you want to be competitive. There's $1 million at stake, and you want to start feeling it, tasting it. You know, want to be here tomorrow to be part of that all, but so you've got to keep that discipline in your game.
Cross header. Opportunity there for Francis, who rose up and nodded it on.
I think by his reaction, he thinks he should score. You know, he's obviously a talented player with the dribbling sense. It's a wonderful little delivery to that far post, and he just gets in front. Is there a little pull of the shirt? Maybe, maybe not, but he does enough just to get in front of the defender. It's two different, totally different styles, isn't it? You know, one wants possession. Como, the young player, they want to keep hold of the ball and pass it. Hashtag are quite happy to go forward. Maybe that's the English in them. Just get it forward and get it off the big man.
Ronco. Gabrieloni with that captain's armband. The veteran here, 28 years of age, into the box.
Maybe just got enough of the ball. They're really fired up for this game. I mean, there's a difference between being passionate . Well, I'll tell you one thing, both teams won't back down. You can tell that for certain. Both teams are going to be committed to this game. You're going to have to keep an eye on it. And maybe a card might be a way to diffuse it with some of these players.
And temperatures cooled off a little bit here weather-wise, but
Not
it's
on the
rising
field,
on the pitch
Not on the
right
field,
now.
yeah. It's getting turned up a little bit, and you can tell by the fans that are engaged behind the goal. Come on, he's there. He's their talisman. He's their leader.
Here, Bolcini in goal again for Como, 1907. They start the push-up field. Arielona trying to turn it. Andre will look to clear.
That's a good throw. Puts it into his path.
PK Humble blasting up, rocketing one about 5 rows deep in the stands.
Good hands as well. I mean, the fans have been fantastic with the way they caught the ball, engaged in the game. It's hit with a lot of power, but look, good hands. There we go. No problem. There's the ball. Keeps them on their toes.
The big man was the big goal getter for Hashtag United against Conrad and Beasley United. Had a 4-goal game. Best outings of any individual in group play. Twisted inside, Catron able to finish. Gorgeous setup for Marco Tremolata, 1-0 Como.
He's enjoying the goal. He's celebrating all over the field. Look, he's gone up to the players and he's given them some as well. Well, the fans are loving it, but it's a wonderful finish. Well worked goal. The 2 players involved, and then he just lets it run across and he just passes it. You know, punches that into the back of the net. Cue the celebration. Unfortunately for the Hashtag players, they couldn't get in front of him. He's just having a go at the bench. He's having a go at everybody. Very sportsmanship, but there you go. It's amazing what money does to people. You know, they think about $1 million and then, you know, they say money's a root of all evil. That's what me and you got done.
Well, message sent, and the goal deposited there by Patrick Catron. Como strikes first, and Tremolata, the 19-year-old who spent his entire career in the Como system with the assist. Tremolata's coming into this game with 5 goals already, so the helper gets things started for the Italians.
I'll give a bit of a warning as well. You know, the English mentality when he's saying about chirping to the bench and going up to players, they won't hold back. They won't. And it won't be for the faint-hearted now. This should be very interesting. It's still early on, you know, you can see the goal. Yes, it's disappointing, but Hashtag, you've said they're winners. They've won promotion. Still got a long way to go to where they want to get to, but in the lower leagues in England, they've got promotion, they're winning, they've got good team spirit. They're playing against a good team, they've got a good moment in the final third.
Boy, Catron unleashing another missile on net. Andre tested her early.
Good skill, good ability. Them two link up very well. Takes a shot early, and again, a noticeable thing at the shots on target. Good technique. And it is a different style of game, you know. 7 aside, you've got to be intricate, you've got to be good technical.
Tom Anderson popping one up towards the box. Como looking to advance.
They're looking for each other. You know, they're the two.
Ronco will play it back. Bolcini. He's a guy that's got a lot in common with guys from Hashtag United. Bolcini's worked his way up the ranks from Serie D to Serie C, now up to Serie B with Como, just like the Hashtag crew have worked their way through promotion and get as high as they can go in their nation's football system. Control from Francis to try to cut it back. dispossessed.
Francis this time just gone on this right-hand side, maybe he's trying his luck a little bit to get involved in the game, because he looks there, danger man on that one-on-one, keeps a little bit of width, and if they can get him the ball in early moments like now.
Anderson trying to find the man in the middle. They do. Opportunity there for Romularan. Ridden off by Odenthal.
And that's it again with the game. There's no throw-ins. Put the ball down and you're playing straight away. So there's no time to get set as a defensive unit. Oh, what a ball.
Angled through, just out of the range of Francis. He'll scamper over to set for the quick corner.
A good little bit of pressure at the moment for Hashtag.
Anderson. Elevation in the box. Pedro Carvalho checking in. Guy who's got an electric presence for this Hashtag United group.
Handball.
Easy call there, the 18-year-old Ronco.
Just a little bit too keen, Ronco, to get the ball. It's going to be a big test for him at the moment. Next couple of minutes.
Final 5-minute hero, opening 20-minute half.
Nice run.
Certainly has. Cini with a long punch out to midfield. Hashtag United puts it back into play, trailing here by a goal. Tally from Patrick Catrone, pushing the Italian side from Serie B into the lead. You see the near throw in there from Francis was about ready to start going, wait a minute.
We've had one player do it, and the referee had to warn him again. So, as I said, it's a habit that they're used to. Sliding tackles, offsides, they're out the window.
All the innovations here, the soccer tournament. Trying to make fast-paced, entertaining game. That target score time that we'll get to at the end of regulation. Ensuring that no team's ever out of it and that every game will end on a goal. And thrilling to watch here in this compact format. Catrone, he'll have a look. Andre ready.
Yeah, he had no hesitation. Just opened up nicely and decent effort again. That's great to see. That's better. Rather than the chirping, just play the game. So fun.
Off the corner. Quick turn there from Gabrieloni. The top of the ball. Helio de Giulia Maria, another teenager, 18-year-old, grew up in the Inter Milan Academy system. Another young prospect for Como in the mix now. Catrone, Gabrieloni, two-man game up front, corner ahead.
Yeah, every time he gets the ball, there's something magic. He wanted the ball earlier from his teammate, but it wasn't given to him.
Looking for him again. A little flip into daylight. Almost worked.
Just wonder, he's put so much energy into the game. He's going to run himself into the ground if he keeps going the way he is. But Azteca just trying to get a bit of a foothold in the game, and they've not really connected too many passes.
Francis through. Settled back. Trying to find Max Cornhill, the veteran for Hashtag United. Able to get a shot off in that sequence. Dumped all the way back to Andre.
They just need a little bit more of a imagination, Hashtag, when they get in that final third. It's either just get down and have a shot, or just try and get a play and move. Just keep circulating the ball around. Wait for the opportunity. Don't try and force it too early. They're just trying to get one before the half-time whistle goes. Ball was just moving.
Puccini wearing the 13 tonight. Steve Nash wore that earlier in the event. Now it belongs to Duccini. Gabrieloni pounds one off a defender from #United. Another dangerous restart coming here for Como.
But you can even have this as a corner. You know, that's a totally different. Normally it's a throw-in. You can pick someone up. Oh, it's across the ball in.
Can't save. Last few seconds here, first half. They've added 1 minute of stoppage time, we're told. Anderson will take a crack. Steered out by Bolcini. Puccini. Centering ball. Had numbers in the box. Francis scurrying upfield. Ian Ronco dueling.
Again, getting on with the game straight away. They can just sense they've got one opportunity before this whistle goes.
Signano back after a long injury issue for #United, part of this TST squad. But the Como fans with more applause here. Their team is the only goal of the opening half via a beauty of an effort from Patrick Catrone. And right now, Como 1907 1, #United 0 at the break. More action to come from the soccer tournament, TST, here in Cary, NC. The soccer tournament is brought to you by Ally, proud ally of TST. Do it right. By Aviation American Gin, the official gin of TST. And by UFOS, the official active recovery footwear of TST. Back at halftime, Como 1907, 1-0 lead on #United. which is pumped up, ready to try to counter here in half number 2 before we get to target score time. Look at the 16 teams of the 32 that arrived here in North Carolina that made it to the knockout stage. Already 6 slots filled for the quarters.
Yeah, I think there's some quality players, and also I think there's some unknown teams that are going to come in with a bit of a surprise. Sneaky Fox have got in there with 1 or 2 players that we're going to recognise as going. Jimmy Conrad and DeMarcus Beasley's team's done well, but this is one of a fascinating game for me with Hashtag and Como, because 2 different types of style, 2 different types of personnel as well.
Hapo Tel Aviv from Israel, a lot like this Como team. They brought a lot of their young talent here, and they've made a statement too. One of those teams already advancing to the corners. Well, the inaugural Premier League Summer Series heading to the States here in 2023. Come see your favorite players from the likes of Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham, July 22nd through the 30th. You can watch in person, or you can watch all the action across NBC platforms. Yeah, the Tags on tour indeed. Hashtag United, they're faithful. Checking them out as well here in North Carolina and around the globe. See if there's a hashtag comeback coming up. The soccer tournament is brought to you by Ally, proud ally of TST. Do it right. By Aviation American Gin, the official gin of TST. And by UFO, the official active recovery footwear of TST. Second half of this round of 16 game, Como in front by a goal against Hashtag United. How about the lone goal here of the opening half from this Italian group?
Very good goal. Good build-up, good interchange, and a clinical finish. Cue the celebration. Again, they keep the ball moving. He opens his body up and he passes that in the back of the net. And hashtag goalkeeper, you can't get down to save it. A little bit of talking to the bench. There's a smile on his face now. It should be an exciting second half.
Patrick Catrone with his 7th goal of the tournament. Let's go downstairs to Katie with Hashtag United's head coach.
Coach, what was your message to the guys at the half?
To stay in, we're in the game. To be patient. It's still only 1 goal, and we know the beauty of this tournament is whatever the score is at the end, we're still in it, and we've still got a chance. So I think we've had our chances. We've not quite been as good as we have been in other games. And ultimately, we have to find a way of dealing with who we probably, Patrick Catrone is probably the best player in the tournament I've seen so far. And it's unsurprising, really. We know that his quality and his level is, we've got some great pros here, but he's particularly is an active one, and it makes a big difference and it shows. So we have to find a way of dealing with that, but also imposing our quality on the game, because, we're a little bit better than we've shown so far.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.
No problem.
You watch and follow #United. You really appreciate Jay Devereaux. Feels like the perfect coach for this group. We'll see if they get the perfect result here. Again, target score time coming at the end of our second half. It's basically the leading team score +1. That becomes the target score. First team to get to that target score wins the game. But every 5 minutes we don't get to the target score, each team loses a player. So we'd go from 7-on-7 to 6-on-6. We've seen a game this week that went down to 2v2 to finally get the game winner to reach that target score. Again, just like this game started off, physical play here, opening seconds of half two.
I think coach was right about #. They're not playing to their level. There may be a little bit with the occasion is getting to them, and now the spotlight's on them a little bit, but they're going to grow with confidence. Like he said, be patient, because I think earlier on they went too quick, too direct, too predictable, really, and it was easy for the Gummo players to deal with it, impose their quality on the ball. As we said, they've got good technical players. And there, easy giveaway. You just win the ball, you've worked hard, you've got the ball, and then you've given it away, because once the players on the white shirt, they'll be looking to try and penetrate quite quickly with their passing.
Restart free kick. Alexis Andre credited with 4 saves in the first half. Doing a good job of keeping this a 1-goal affair.
Couldn't do a lot, Andre, about the goal, though, because he took it earlier. It was perfectly into the corner, and he's trying to adjust his body and get across. He had no chance.
There's Jay Devereaux's vote for best player of the tournament.
Yeah, I would look at him and say definitely, he's got a bit of everything about him. He's obviously a confident player. You can tell by his celebration, the way he carries himself.
Guy in his prime at 25, Trone with the goal.
What the coach said, he's lively.
Yeah, certainly.
Which means he's quick, athletic, comfortable on the ball. Someone that you don't want to be chasing. And there was a player, Cesc Fabregas, top-class player, wonderful professional. We've seen him with Spain, obviously Arsenal for a long, long time, Chelsea in the Premier League, numerous trophies with them.
And now finding a home with Como.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to maybe start your managerial career. At Monaco as well. So there's undoubted talent. He comes across well. Anyone that ever speaks to him about the game, and that's what it'll be for the young players. Just listen to what he says and the way he says it. It makes the game look like a painting, and it's easy to understand the way he comes across. As an analyst, we've seen him in the UK do a lot. He paints a perfect picture for someone to figure it out. He's a student of the game.
This Como group has big plans for the big club overall. Again, thrust back down. Club went bankrupt in the last 20 years, plunged downward into Serie D, 4th division just a few years ago, back up to Serie B. Plans to continue to build, increase the academy, stadium on the way there in the gorgeous Lake Como region. Certainly looking to help their brand here in the United States. PK Humble trying to bull his way up the field. Cut back into the box, leaves it off. Only problem is Carvalho didn't know it was coming.
Well, they tried to stop him, they tried to grab him, they tried to pull him, but at the end he was just too strong and powerful. And that's what he's saying to the referee. There was a number of times that he was pulled back, and then he just wanted his teammate just to go. You could hear it from here, say, go. I'm going to roll you the ball, go. Don't stand still. And that's where, they're not on the same wavelength, where we've seen Lake Como players in the final third, the give and go. There's that understanding. They're still trying to figure out when to create the space, when to lay the ball off, and when to anticipate their running behind.
Galchini up front, earns the corner. See some of the other players stretching out, potentially to come on. Leave off. Trone had another look.
He's a good player. The player that, you know, playing against him, he may irritate you because he's got that personality that can maybe rub you up the wrong way, but there's no doubt about his ability and understanding the game and the right moments when to have that extra touch and that moment when to hit the ball straight, and that was typical of his goal. Most players would have took a touch, he didn't the first time, and they're winning 1-0.
Shot there, deflected off the foot of PK Humble. Didn't miss by much.
He's starting to have a big influence in the game now.
Step over on the outside. Romolaren earns the corner.
Yeah, again, there's that strength that he has, and then closing them down just a few inches, just going past that far post, but they're getting closer. They've lifted the tempo of the game. You know, they're pressing a lot higher up the field. They're not allowing the Como players, particularly in the back line, to get hold of the ball. They're going to put them under a little bit of pressure. Because they've got a full strength of subs as well, and they'll be changing over their fit.
Cavallo trying to save it. Pressured from Francisco Lampari. Just checked in for the first time. Another 18-year-old in the mix. A man from Brazil at age 24.
It's a lovely cool evening for the players. You know, they've been used to playing in hot conditions, game after game, but now it's a nice temperature, beautiful evening.
Good ball. Andre punched away. PK Humble. His energy.
Didn't need to foul him. Really didn't need to foul him. Just Andre coming up yet again. I think we said he had 4 in the first half, and this is a big save as well. A reaction save. Pushes it away from danger. He already got away, and there's the arm just pushing out. Didn't need to do that. Referee, easy call, right on the position again. His positioning of the game has been excellent as well. I think that's probably coach just saying you didn't need to foul, get over here. Have a quiet word with your cool down.
Como scored early. That lead stands 1-0 here. Reaching the halfway point of half number 2.
And the fans haven't stopped singing either.
Nope.
They've come along. We see the Welsh fans that was here for Wrexham, West Ham earlier on. We see the US national team was here.
Well, we've got a moment about those Como fans. Let's check in with Kate.
It sounds like a lot more, but 22 Como fans made the trip over from Italy, guys. And they said they had to be here. They could not miss this tournament, not only because they wanted to show their club support, but also that they're working on building their brand. And you mentioned it. They're bringing on a new stadium, new training grounds. They're going to have an academy. I mean, Como is going to be what Wrexham is right now. They want to make that Como in the next couple of years, especially build the fan base here in the United States. But I had a chance to speak with one fan in particular who has been a Como fan since she was 5 years old, and she said it's the way that they play and the passion of the players that basically had her sold to begin with and said, I have to make this trip. And she's out there.
Well, I'm going to make you jealous, Yusuf. I'm going to be making that trip in June. I'm actually going to Lake Como to have a couple of days there. Then I'm going into Milan to watch a concert. Just before that, I would have been in the south of France as well. So put that in there as well. I'll be going out there. I'm going to find out a few restaurants.
Katie, maybe we can ask to see if we can carry his bags. Tag
Yes,
along.
I've only got one. I've only got one bag, and
Take
I'm not
us
choosing
with
you.
I could fit in a bag. I would
Exactly.
make myself.
Now the Como fans might make some new fans here, especially if their team continues to be victorious. The Tags have other ideas. Hashtag United again. Trying to look for an equalizer. Header there off the backside.
I was never really good at math, but I'm sure there's more than 21 of them over there. And okay, you said there was 21.
They've got new recruits.
They've told them exactly where their stadium is, how much money they've got. They said, I'm going to support them.
Now they've brought a whole big social media kind of exhibit beyond the stands here to try to continue to get people on the Como 1907 train. And right now with their play on the field, they're going to win some fans just from that. And the card out of pocket here and shown.
Yeah,
it goes to Lipari.
Yeah, good refereeing as well. They kicked the ball away and pushed it away. The referee just diffuses it, and that's a yellow card. And Italian football's on the ascendancy. He's had a couple of years, maybe not as. Oh, I think there was a contact there. I think there was a little bit of foot being dragged away. We've got obviously Inter Milan that are going in to the Champions League. They'll be playing against Man City. You've seen enough. Roma that was in Europa Cup with Mourinho's team.
This group may continue to rise. The big club 13th out of 20 in Serie B this season. Got to do a little bit better to try to find their way through to the promotion ranks. Odenthal. Final 10-minute stretch here of regulation coming. And then we get to target score time. We had a 1-goal deficit to make up in that time frame. Not too daunting for any team.
You can just start feeling it now. That tension's coming again. 10 minutes to go in this game. The stadium's gone a little bit quiet. The players are obviously focused because that one mistake.
Header through. Goal! Brilliance there from #United. The finish to equalize.
That is one out the top drawer. Won the delivery, the diagonal ball. No wonder he's smiling. What technique. That's wonderful delivery. And look at this for a header. That is actually a pass header. He's not just headed it across aimlessly. He's picked out his teammate and said, put that in the back of net, and he doesn't disappoint. Rifles that into the back of net. They're back in business.
Matt Woolridge, young 21-year-old defender who likes to get forward offensively, does and delivers. His 4th goal of the tournament, and we're even up at 1.
And I think that'll set them down as well. That's a wonderful goal.
And credit Lewis Watson with that gorgeous controlled header, as you talked
Exactly.
about.
It was just a little cushion header. You see that it was at the far post. Maybe one that they've had off the training ground that you can hit the diagonal, hit it across and make sure one. Because every white shirt was attracted to the ball. They're looking at the ball. They've got no idea where the attacker's in at the far post.
Watson worked his way this season for #United through injury and delivering here in a big spot in TST. Alex Tediola, 31-year-old goal leader for #United during their regular campaign, had a run but ridden off by Catron.
This is their best little spell. They've used their substitutions well, as the coach was saying. They want them to be patient. But I think they just said a couple of minutes before the goal, just started to lift the tempo up, got on the ball earlier.
Volley there. Mason had a run at it.
Why not?
Again, you look at this #United group that's risen from the depths in English football, trying to continue to work themselves up. Essentially started out just as almost pickup players together and building something that's been cohesive and grown. Beat Natty FC, they beat Conrad and Beasley, featuring the great national teamers leading that. Jimmy Conrad playing, DeMarcus Beasley coaching. 6-3, Gracie FC with some talent there, 3-2. This would be a big one. Tediola taking it down. This is against a team with a lot of guys in the future plans here of Como for this group. Now in the 7th division of English football, to take down this Serie B squad would be a thing.
Yeah, you know, Como, you've said with the influence they're going to have and the money that they're going to go along, and some of these players, although they're young, have got good pedigree. And there's another opportunity. They can sense it at the moment. They've got them on the rack. We've got one or two of the Como players pointing the finger, just trying to get things organised a little bit better.
Teniola had a look. Let's go downstairs again to Katie.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Lewis Watson, and as he walks over, I'm like, incredible header, and he told me he had to do it for the cameras. But take me to that moment. What did you see for you to set it up in the way that you did?
To be fair, the gaffer came on and he said to me, look, when you come on and we want to hit the diags, just be there for the header in the box. And I knew my players would be there, so it was a bit easy for me. So I just had to make sure I directed it, so I'm out of breath a bit. But yeah, I just had to direct it, and then Maddie finished it perfectly. So it's good to be back in the game, but it's really intense out there.
Listen, your gaffer was very honest with me. He said, we weren't playing our best right now, but we are going to get back in. Momentum can shift. It feels like the momentum is shifting right now in your favor. Did it feel like that for you?
Absolutely. I think once we scored the goal, and maybe a little bit before that, we're slowly starting to grow into the game. And we're looking better now. I think we have been dominant, though, even in the first half. It was one shot, really. Great shot, but apart from that, I think we've been on top.
And great saves. Hey,
saves.
Thanks for the
No
time.
problem, no problem.
Watson watching as Andre had the bobble along the goal line, but secures it. Under 5 to go in regulation.
There's that diagonal again, and there's that second ball played in.
Loose shot. What a stop. Massive there from Bolcini.
Again, referee gets into it. Yeah, there was a bit of contact, but the referee's done well. Said sorry.
Cornhill, closest man there for #United, gave a little dab touch to the goalkeeper. Some of the other defenders not liking it. But Bolcini is up and ready.
Well, that's definitely something they've worked on, that diagonal ball, the knockback in the second ball. That's a good save, a brave save. And again, a good effort by Francis just to try and get it on target. But there's a little bit of kick as he comes through. That's what really got the Como players. But again, that second ball, that's how they got their way back into the game. And he's done the right thing, trying to get on target. But good goalkeeping, brave goalkeeping, and good reactions. Did you hear Katie as well? It's not coach anymore, it's gaffer. You know, she's really gone into the UK language. You know, gaffer now, it used to be coach.
Another card out.
Taking a could have been for the ball, it could have been the kick, either one. There they go again.
Flavio Delerna picking up that latest yellow. Entry pass knocked well out at the other end of the pitch.
Also for the Como players, a younger one, this would be, again, a test. They've never come across this, you know, the rules and everything else, but the way they're playing, it's different to what they've maybe become accustomed to, where it's more of a technical game, it's more of a patient game. Now have seen maybe a little bit of a weakness that they can go direct and look for the second ball.
In front for PK Humble. Tracks back to Haysom. In the winner of this game to the quarters to take on the winner between Raleigh Rebels and Sala FFF. Right now, Raleigh with that lead. About 5 minutes deep into the second half, 1-0. Give $1 million to the winning team in this tournament. Champion to be crowned Sunday. Everybody else goes home empty-handed. These two teams trying to keep that dream alive. Francis dropped.
Just asking the question with Francis, how many times is he going to get fouled and brought down? Because obviously their danger play gets away and deliberate just pulls him down. Maybe unsighted the referee just by a player, Aztec player just in front of him. They're going to be very confident now going into the target goal situation, because they're the ones now that are looking a lot sharper, a lot brighter on the ball. Need to take a chance sooner or later. That ball again.
Tries to slide it out. Cornhill the header, back for Humble. See if there's any added stoppage time here in this second half before target score time. Taniola, dangerous prance through the box. No stoppage time. Last few seconds here for hashtag.
We'll just get it in the area, see if he can get a second ball. And
they had a look. Taniola on the deflection, but time called. Target score time. Simple math here with the teams tied. Target score 2. Next goal wins for a trip to the quarterfinals to keep the $1 million dream alive. Target time coming up.
About 30 seconds. We ought to get the. Yeah, let's get it. Yep. Coming back here.
Yeah. Captain, Alejandro. Captain.
Jay Devereaux, hashtag United, fighting back. Lone goal of half 2 to tie it at a goal apiece, setting us up for a golden goal scenario here in target score time.
yeah, it's been a really impressive second period by hashtag. They shook off the early disappointment of conceding the goal. They look the stronger team, a little bit more organised, which is to be expected with their experience of having promotion. But Como, we know, particularly with this gentleman, they're a dangerous team. They're a team that can be clinical in the final third. As their coach said, they're lively doing that. And Cesc Fabregas would have had a few words with them just to make sure that they keep possession a little bit better.
Our target score time coin toss brought to you by soccer.com. Talking about taking the ball. Como, Captain Gabrieloni, figuring out which side they want to defend. Again, that target score, leading team score +1 in the event of a tie like we have here at 1-1. Target score is 2. First team to get to 2 wins the game, and in this case moves to the quarters. But for every 5 minutes we don't get somebody to get a goal to get to that target score, each team loses a player. We go down to 6-on-6, 5-on-5, and so on. Part of the intrigue in this innovative format that ensures every single game of this tournament ends on a goal. And what a thrill to end it on a goal to go to the quarters.
And we've seen some celebrations as well when that goal goes in, so we won't be disappointed, whoever it's going to be.
Here we go. Next goal wins. Catrone eyed up by the hashtag United defense. Francis. Cavallo. Circuitous route back. Francis looking to chip it forward. Man coming through. Anderson with a golden opportunity, but just steered it wide.
And what a move that was, and you could just look at Cesc Fabregas on the bench. He's disappointed. They didn't want their players to, their disbelief, hashtag, they think they should have scored. Delightful ball played in, it's good technique, and it's just inches away. It's that diagonal ball that's catching them out. They get caught ball watching.
Quick chance at the other end. Lethal completion. Like that, 2 glorious chances for victory. Patron pushed it back top of the box.
It comes through and it gives a wonderful strike back. Andre's comfortable and gets a good hand on it in the end, and that's another good save by the young goalkeeper.
Live action, the foul called just outside the box. Strong work on that run for Romo Lauren. Another yellow coming.
Again, it's not only the trip, but also the nudge in the back. And the problem is with Como, if it becomes a foot race where it's end-to-end like basketball, they haven't got the energy, they haven't got the pace, where hashtag have got that in abundance. So they're more measured, Como, to keep hold of the ball, patient, because that's in their DNA. As you said with the fans, they're used to their style of football, retaining the ball, if you like, the Barcelona way. Hashtag players are getting ready to maybe spill onto the field and celebrate. It's a big moment.
Crunch to the wall and back out.
I just thought with it so obvious that he could have maybe touched it inside and someone can come on where the goal opens up. He definitely worked that diagonal ball, and it's causing Como players problems. Said Fabregas was fuming with his players about, you know, cutting the line off and pushing them one way. At the moment, it's too easy for the hashtag players to go left, right. You've got to try and work as a unit to push them into an area. And said the young players there just.
Header there from Anderson. He wants a corner, saying they're on the deflection.
I think he might have a point in case as well, because as he's tried to, again, that ball in behind, header it back. Looks like it's him on the side. First of all, I think he was claiming for handball, but definitely hitting on the side.
None of those coming in favor of hashtag. Give him go, Humble. Eyeing up the Como D. Shot and deflection. Offside.
Yeah, from this angle, it looked like it had gone in. Not sure where he knew too much about it, but they can sense it at the moment. Hashtag, they've really got their tails up. They feel like they've got this winning goal. And at the moment, Como just hanging on.
Romo Lauren close to ending it. Service left for the second man. It was a Como player instead. Strong work all the way back there from Francis to derail those plans for Como.
Again, just shows you the energy. One moment is on the edge of the box trying to cross it, and then it's hustling 50, 60 yards to get back. It's be great to run like that.
21-year-old legs.
That's what it is, 21.
Lasting into the 4th game in 2 days. On our way potentially to each team losing a player. If we don't get a goal, we'll go down to 6-on-6. Less bodies, more space. Andre looking for an opening deeper down the field, can't get it. Humble using his frame to ward things off. Foul on Como.
There's just that little bit of contact, but the referee good again. Straight into the action. It's in between the players, diffuses any problems that they're going to have.
And there we go. 5 minutes elapsed. Target score not achieved. Each team loses a player from the pitch. So down to 6v6. Saw some subs coming in as well. Como, 1907, the goal in the first half. Hashtag United in the second. Next goal wins.
You have to be careful, hashtag, when they keep pushing forward, they're leaving one-on-one at the back. He's in.
Tough touch for Romular. Trone. Slotted through. Como free! Como wins! Lapari sends Como to the stands and to the quarterfinals.
Well, it's heartbreaking for Andre. He's made save after save, but this is what it's about, being with the fans, celebrating. But it's a wonderful pass by arguably one of the best players in the tournament. He got the goal earlier on, and then he's got the killer pass. They've come a long way. They wanted to make an impact, and they've definitely done it.
Como celebrating. Catrone scored early. Now the assist late.
I mean, the pass is through the eye of an eagle. You know, he penetrates both, and then he's just got the composure. Andre tries to smother himself, and he tucks in. He knows straight away with his first touch, he's coming, and the whole bench and everybody else has run onto the field.
And everybody available in this no offside format, lurking behind, ball through, ball in, game over.
And that's good. Again, Cesc Fabregas coming over to the hashtag players who are devastated. You know, they give it everything, working hard. But when you've got a special player, you've got a chance, and that is a special player. Got that air of confidence and arrogance that these players have, and he took his goal well earlier on, and he just needed a chance, and he showed his quality. A heartbreak for someone like Andre, because I think he had an excellent game, an excellent tournament, but that journey will keep going with hashtag. They're going to keep getting bigger, keep getting stronger, but it's about now, it's about today, and that's what it's about, the game, about celebrating a tremendous performance.
Maybe hashtag heartbreak, but certainly respect for this group, for what they've accomplished at home, what they accomplished here at TST as well to get through to the knockout round.
Yeah, you need experience like this to, you know, disappointment to bounce back, to make you appreciate the good times, and they've done themselves proud. You know, the fans will be pleased with them, the coaching staff, and there's Cesc Fabregas with Mark Birchall, who played at Queen's Park Rangers and for Canada. And it's all the way going forward for the club. You know, this is another step in the right direction.
Let's go downstairs. Katie is with Patrick Catrone.
I am with Patrick, and this is exactly where you wanted to be, right? Win and you keep playing, and that's exactly what you guys did tonight. How did you do it?
No, we are a young team, and what the coach Cesc told us is play with passion, no? With have fun, no with the tension, with pressure, but we are here for have fun. We are here to play football, for have fun together, and we are so happy for this win.
It does look like you're having fun on the field together. This is such a unique 7v7 tournament with all of the different roles. Have you enjoyed being a part of this type of soccer?
Yeah, it's totally different because you have to run much more than the 11 against 11 because you don't have a break, no? And you have to run, but I'm here for teach, for help these young guys and for have fun because Como is my team and I'm happy to be here with this team.
You mentioned running more, but you don't look tired. I know you're running more, but you don't look...
I finished 7 days ago. I finished, and then I did 4 days in Chicago, and then I came here. But I'm so happy to be here. It's so good to stay here in America.
Well, get over there and celebrate with your team. Thank you so much.
Again, from the Como region, left, came back, signed a 3-year deal with that club and a fixture there and helping out this young group as basically a guiding force, and boy, he's been that. Saw NBA star Chris Paul with ties here to North Carolina. He's been here, there, and everywhere enjoying it with his family this weekend.
Yeah, it's great. They've all gone over their players, and now they're going to put their crests on the board for tomorrow. They're going to get ready. But hashtag, again, heads up. It's part of the journey. This will keep getting bigger and bigger for them. They've done themselves proud, as I said, but you're going to have bumps in the road. It's how you come from that, and you can't win everything. But they've put a lot of credit in, and the coach has done well. So watch out then for hashtag in the future.
Yeah, certainly is the case with them. They always provide compelling content, and people are going to enjoy to watch their story as it continues to progress. For the Como group, they're working their logo across the bracket to another stage. Now the quarterfinals here. We'll see who gets to rise up and do the honor to place that part of the TST tradition.
Yeah, but what a great experience for Cesc Fabregas to say to this place, go and enjoy it, play with passion, but go and enjoy the moment. I'm certainly sure they're going to enjoy this as well.
Alessandro Gabrieloni, captain, making sure it sticks.
You've got one job to do, Capitano.
Yep, he's got it placed there now. Como, its spot secure in the quarters. And look at all of those smiles. This tournament's fun, huh?
Yeah, it's great. It's been from first game to this. As I said, Chris Paul was in the middle having pictures. His family's been in here. The kids have been shooting goals. There's his son there. I mean, what a moment for the kids as well to be around and see the experience and the fans jumping in together. It's been great. Bring on tomorrow.
Well, a low-scoring game here, just 3 goals combined. That means we had a flurry of potential ally saves of the game. Andre was busy all evening long.
Well, we could have picked 4 or 5, but I mean, that's the pick of the bunch with him and the power that was put behind it. And big moment in the game, and they was clinical when they had their chances going forward. But he was a big part of keeping this scoreline tight. And there's that togetherness that they're going to need to go forward on their journey.
Jay Devereaux with some words for his squad. Again, doing themselves proud to get to the knockout round and look to continue their rise in the tiers of English football in the future. Don't forget, action coming tomorrow with quarterfinal affairs galore here from this event. Saturday, as we get down, we'll have the quarterfinals and then the semifinals, all leading to see which 2 teams play in the championship match for that winner-take-all $1 million prize coming up on Sunday. What another compelling day and night of soccer here at the soccer tournament. TST delivering the goods again. Warren Barton, Katie Litham, and our entire crew, this is Jason Knapp saying thanks for watching. Don't forget quarterfinal action starting tomorrow at high noon local time here in Carolina. Como over hashtag tonight.